tonight to highlight the city's achievement of the past year and look forward to a successful projects for the upcoming year. What is it about Calipatria that makes it a great place to call home? It's the small town, close-knit community that you read about. You see people in the early morning walking, using the pedestrian improvements on Main Street, Highway 111, and around Caldwell Park and Rademacher Park. Calipatria is a safe and accessible community. You can see the street improvements recently completed, which may be in your neighborhood, with more street improvements to come this year. The recently completed rehabilitation of Lake Avenue, Fern Street, Imperial Avenue, and Bonita Place, completed under the budget of nearly $2 million. A portion of the funds were secured through a California Recycle grant, with the use of recycled rubberized asphalt in the approximate amount of $150,000. The City of Calipatria, over the past year, has completed the updating of the city's general plan and zoning code ordinance in the amount of $200,000 as one of the first cities to be awarded a Sustainable Communities Grant from Southern California Association of Governments. The City of Calipatria has implemented a weed and nuisance abatement program that will incrementally remove blight from those areas that are sited. Completion of the airport west property line fencing project. We also want to thank the existing businesses in our community for their efforts in providing goods, services, and employment for our community. The city experienced growth this year with the start of Elena Chemical Phase 2 Regional Liquid Fertilizer Center, Zio Communications Distribution Center, and the city wishes to thank the newly reorganized Calipatria Chamber of Commerce with the successful community events, Christmas in the Dark, Citrus Festival, and the annual fireworks display. Those of you interested in a donation for any of these events, you can talk to me at any time today. I want to acknowledge our city personnel and departments because without the dedicated people using limited resources, our city could not operate. The Calipatria Fire Department, Calipatria Police Department, Calipatria Public Works, and City Hall, who are always there to assist us. I want to thank organizations such as Working Alternative Center for providing community crews that help us maintain our public facilities. We wish to thank the youth organizations that provide programs through athletics, such as the Calipatria PAL program, the Calipatria Little League basketball, and the Calipatria Little League baseball program. We would also like to recognize agency partners that assist us in the city in providing services. A round of applause goes to the ICTC, Imperial County Transportation Commission. And we have a commissioner here tonight, Mr. Mark Grant, and myself. We also want to thank the Holt Group, City Engineering and Planning Department, Golden State Water Company, CR&R Solid Waste, and Imperial County Building Department. We also want to thank the Calipatria Unified School District taxpayers for passing the bond measure that will provide new athletic facilities for our students. As the city looks forward, Calipatria continues to deal with the fiscal challenges facing all cities with a proactive and can-do approach. Upcoming projects for this coming year include the North International Street Improvement projected to be completed this fiscal year, the prioritization of Phase 6 of the city rehabilitation plan to complete the next section of the streets, the modernization of the ball field lighting for the Little League baseball field, the renovation of the restrooms at Hernandez Park, the installation of solar panels at the wastewater plant to help us offset the utility expense, the completion of the recently awarded Public Works yard fencing project, which should be completed by June 30th, the modernization of the Calipatria Fire Station and City Hall building to be completed by August of 2014. The airport runway improvement grants awarded by Caltrans Aeronautics. This city has come a long way from general fund deficit balances in the amount of $1.3 million since 1999. And even with the state cutbacks, we continue to move closer to operating in the black, using responsible spending to bring the deficit down to approximately cutting that deficit by 50%. With prospect of 2 retail generating businesses in the planning stages, a 70-acre multi-density annexation application project can help us achieve solvency. The city, for the first time in 14 years, will need to consider evaluating a city service fee increase. How many cities can say they have maintained increased level of services without increasing costs to its community? The city of Calipatria can say that. This community has always risen to the challenge as we continually seek options, partners, and volunteers to help with our general fund expenses.